or political affiliation. That makes sense.
Exactly.
But I'm only going to do it instigated by who? My political leader or yours.
But somehow, unfortunately, they're just people who are just, crazy. I was telling Malama last time, do not expect too much from people. Because, as much as yes, you can say, okay, no, they get, influenced by their leaders and stuff like that. But there are just some people who are just rude and ignorant.
But that could be anybody. It doesn't matter the political affiliation.
I agree with you,
Because fools are everywhere.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
That's a sad truth.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter whether it's in politics, even in the church, there's just some horrible people. In fact, a lot of them are camping there.
Me, a church girl, I can tell you this. Pentecostal circles, no pun intended, I'm not going to mention any church, but it's very true. You find that when one praise team, it's the same church. Isn't it the same country, but just different political parties? It's the same thing in church. It's the same church, one pastor, but what president was in this? He said, so president, he said. Hues. Bakwai, perfect example. Bakwai bajabangoma bazibaka. Na bakwai hallelujah on my instruments. So zakapesa bamozi. Atitense ba mayadi. Bangoma nomkombodi. It's the same thing.
So kama wewe chitika mchechi mwanu iwe.
Hayi inasina kapi oroba pastor bangani tamba suza chita so
well, I'm not gonna pursue this matter any further.
Don't.
But clearly, Chichi has own opinion on what's going on in the church. But anyway, away from that, on a sad note though, earlier on today, but there's an update to this story. South Africa recording more cases of coronavirus. By the time we were done preparing the script, it was 4 cases of coronavirus. But as of now, as of 15 minutes ago, South Africa has 7 confirmed cases of coronavirus. And this is what ENCA had to say.
Virus is now firmly our reality here in South Africa. 4 more confirmed cases, bringing the total to 7 that we know of. Worry is growing about the number of people who have come into contact with these patients. Some schools have been affected and panic buying has also set in, with pharmacies and supermarkets running out of basic necessities. Economies are under strain, with world stocks tumbling overnight as investors brace for the economic fallout of this epidemic. The challenge now is navigating coronavirus, just sitting tight and waiting, with an entire global community in limbo. It's South Africa tonight at 6 o'clock. This is what leads. The number of local coronavirus infections more than double. 7 people have now tested positive. The rand fell to coronavirus infections more than double. 7 people have now tested positive. The rand fell to a 4-year low as the coronavirus and a dramatic oil price slump wreak havoc on global markets. Cape Town police make a breakthrough in the Khayelitsha shooting. 1 person has been arrested.
I want to also just talk about the fact that she says it's part of South Africa's reality. Unfortunately, I'm of the opinion that it's beyond South Africa's reality. It's now an African reality because South Africa is only 2 hours away from Zambia on a flight. And majority of the people that are getting infected with this virus are individuals that have the capacity to travel from one country to another, even by plane. And that's the most bizarre thing about it. It's not for the low market people. It's not for the poor people. It's for people that actually can afford to travel. But unfortunately, when it does come into the country, we understand very well that the majority of the people that are likely to be affected by this are those that are in the mass market places, because there you find homes have more than 5 people.
There's a lot of contact.
There's a lot of contact. And so it's not just a South African reality. It's an African reality. And the decisions that are made now by each and every one of the African governments are what will determine the survival of their people.
And SA being the base of, we have so many people that travel to SA in Zambia for businesses, they go there to order different stuff. It's actually, when I was watching that video, just like last time, my reaction is the same. I am freaking out. Because, to be very honest, I don't really know if we are ready as a country. And I'm just really hoping that this can be tamed. Because as it is right now, there's no cure. Actually, there's no cure in it.
There's no cure for coronavirus. What is happening is the only form of cure that is being given now is supportive in nature, and it most certainly isn't a guarantee that you're going to get better. It's dependent on the performance of your immune system. And those that have weaker immune systems, like children and people that are older, are more vulnerable or susceptible to getting the coronavirus and ultimately dying from it. Thousands of people have died from the virus so far, and it spreads like a wildfire, unfortunately. So whether or not the Zambian government is ready, the reality, unfortunately, is that the government cannot be ready for this. You can be prepared to mitigate the spread of the virus, but you're not ready to deal with it. Because even larger countries like China are still grappling with the spread of this. Italy is now one of the dangerous places. Entertainment has been put on a halt. Football games are being played without an audience. The UK has recorded more deaths now of the coronavirus, and these are developed countries that we speak of. South Africa is way more advanced than Zambia is. None has died yet, but 7 people have been infected with this virus, and simply signifies to what extent this virus is spreading. So while the government has the responsibility to take care of the people must now also bear the brunt, which is essentially taking those mid-term measures, which include just making sure you avoid contact with anything, really. It's not just with human beings, it's with anything, as much contact as you can avoid. It's not possible to completely avoid contact with things, but as much contact as you can avoid. Handshakes should just by now be a no. And I know we'll just, you know what we're waiting for? We're waiting for a coronavirus case in Zambia. Then we're going to be like, you know what? But I think it's better for us to start doing it now.
And speaking of, not avoiding certain things, let's talk about the issue of trade, how the economy can be affected by this. Because, as much as we can try to run away or maybe say, no, you need to stay away from, from places that are infected, our lives have to go on. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? We still have to go about doing our business. We still have to do what? So just like what Jonah said, you have to take a full responsibility for yourself. If it means us, we've been making fun of those Chinese that have been wearing those. We can also start. It's okay. You never know who's passed the border, especially Yama buses. Because I've only seen, those preventive measures being done at the airports. I haven't seen Kumasi, Intercity. I don't know if they're doing it. Now imagine if Corona enters through the buses. So I think we need to take it upon ourselves. Because again, we can't say, no, let's stop trading. We can't be going to China. I know a lot of people that are still going to China. People are still going to South Africa because our lives need to go on. So take it upon yourself to be careful and just be cautious. If you see someone sneezing, just like, oh my gosh, just keep it cool,
Another thing is, it simply illustrates whatever's going on now, simply illustrates to what extent as citizens, and not only with the government, but as citizens, we are very reactive as opposed to being proactive. Because we had a similar situation, unfortunately not as bad, fortunately, not as bad as coronavirus, but the outbreak of cholera back in last year, it was last year or the other, was quite extensive, and we put up measures to mitigate the spread of cholera, but it was reactive. It was only after the spread of cholera was quite rampant that we decided that shopping malls must disinfect people's hands, and people must always disinfect when they're getting into a public place. Now is the time to do that. Every one of these places, because it's the same disinfection anyway. So every person that is got a shopping mall or a banking hall must make sure that they do have these measures put in place, because then would be preventing, then we would be preparing ourselves to fight an outbreak of a disease. But that's what's been making news today. Let's take a look at something else. Accident victims. We saw 2 road traffic accidents in one day, claiming about 24 lives. But one on the Copper Belt was especially tragic because over 14 people died in the same RTA. And so those people were put to rest today. It was a mass burial procession. And these are the different people that
quite
were
sad.
being buried today.
Quite sad, oh my gosh. No one would ever imagine their relative being in such a situation. And unfortunately, like what you said last time, an accident. It's an accident. You can't avoid it. Sometimes it just has to come. And oh man, sorry. Condolences to all the families affected, and may the people rest in peace.
Absolutely. Something else. Well, still in relation to the coronavirus, the mayor of the city of Lusaka, he's got his own way of dealing with things. He's a very humorous person.
Our special boobe.
He is. And he says, he's saying no handshakes, guys. He's saying no handshakes, but his alternative to a handshake is this.
COVID-19, so that it doesn't get in the city of Lusaka. The only way is to stop handshake. Here is my greeting at home. We are sleeping over, so this is how I'm teaching the kids. We greet in my house. Come through. Good morning, Kiran. Good morning, Salim. Good morning, Ram. Good morning, Sunny. Michelle. Good morning.
You gotta love Lusaka Mayor, man.
Oh, boo-bae.
You know what? I honestly enjoy following the mayor's page. I honestly love a lot of the stuff that he does.
Yeah.
Anything, you know what? A lot of people, I don't know, and I might be wrong, but a lot of people thought that he was just a funny guy back then. But I think, to be honest, he's done not so bad for himself.
Yeah.
And I know the city has got a lot to improve.
Issues, yeah.
But a lot of the long-term things that are being done are quite impressive.
You know, these people have got lives as well. But
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
That's a lot of work. So just say, hi, how you doing? You know what I mean?
What's with the body contact?
And you still go gay?
What's with the body contact?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna love the mayor.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. But anyway, just make sure that you avoid contact. Don't hurt your shoulders. It's better for you to be safe. But we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're talking women. And today, being Women's Day commemorated here in Zambia, I think a lot of other parts of the world decided to commemorate it today, as it fell on a Sunday. So we'll be joined by Anthony Wali, who is a governance activist. But also later on, we're gonna be speaking with Minister of Gender, Madam Elizabeth Piri, who will later on be joined by Saboi Imboila, who is the NDC spokesperson, and we are talking women.
Afternoon, Anne.
Afternoon. I'm gonna tell you why my clothes look bright. I'm gonna tell you why my clothes look clean. I'm gonna tell you why they smell so nice. I'm feeling fresh, you know what I mean. It's got a little bit of oxy bleach with a nice perfume that will leave your clothes looking rich and have you feeling good. Ooh, aloha, yeah. Aloha, aloha. You need to try Aloha.
Aloha washing powder. Say hello to fresh.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Form King boasts itself in being a leading foam manufacturer that has a significant contribution in providing quality guaranteed mattresses and other foam products. We are major suppliers to national institutions such as hospitals, schools, hotels, lodges, and other established wholesale and retail organizations. Form King utilizes only high-quality raw materials sourced from leading suppliers. Our high-quality fabrics are especially made and designed for each of our mattresses and bed ranges. With precision carpentry skills coupled with advanced tech machinery, we are able to meet all your needs. Visit our head office on plot 6300 Kabundi Road off Mumbwa Road. Email sales@formking.com.zm. Call us on +260 211 287652 or 286776. Visit our Ndola office on plot 3084 Nakambala Road. Email us at sales.ndl@formking.com.zm or call us on +260 212 651 130 or 650 158. Visit our website on www.formking.com.zm. Form King, our secret to a good night's sleep.
Still wondering how you can own your own home? Build or purchase your dream home with the help of a mortgage from the Zambia National Building Society and enjoy 0% legal fees, 0% survey fees, 0% administration fees, and competitive interest rates. Plus, get up to 100% financing. and up to 60 days repayment holiday. What better way to buy or build your dream house than with the ZMBS Nyumba ya Banja mortgage promotion? Invest in your future today and bring your dream to life. For more details, call us on 0954 292 904 or 0954 295 168 or email marketing@zmbs.co.zm or visit our website on znbs.co.zm. Zambia National Building Society. Shelter through saving. Terms and conditions apply.
Tawi abuela yopanga nyumba ya banja.
This is the taste of Africa.
Takwawe achila paria we yena na ipesha. Takwawe achila paria we yena na iloa.
Ngoline chilaka, wikokola ngoline chilaka.
Sukumakaba ngoline chilaka, wikokola ngoline chilaka. Juice.
Iwe, tulopiku na pome glanati. Revin Products, 100% juice. High juice. The taste of Africa.
Juice is manufactured by Revin Zambia Limited of Ndola.
Welcome back to Diamond Live. Thank you for staying tuned. Today, we saw different organizations, different institutions, different individuals coming together to commemorate International Women's Day, which fell yesterday, the 8th of March, as it is every year. But because it was a Sunday, it was brought forward to Monday. Just make sure that nothing dilutes the essence of the day. So we'd just like to enhance that conversation further and look at opportunities that surround women and how we can make sure that this works for the best of everyone. And that's why we're joined by Anthony Bwalia, who is a governance activist and is a member of the United Party for National Development. Good evening. I almost said good morning. Yeah, I almost said good morning, but good evening.
Well, thank you very much. Good evening, and thank you for having me again.
Absolutely.
All right, so just diving straight into it. Obviously, I want to look at the aspect of supporting women. And when I say supporting women, I mean emotionally, mentally, financially, in every aspect.
Yeah.
Do you think that the men are doing enough to support the women?
Well, I mean, that sounds like a bit of a technical question. One which I don't think I'm qualified to comment on, because look, I think people's situations and life circumstances, are different. Mm-hmm. But it's always nice, I suppose, to know that when one needs a little bit of a shoulder to lean on, whichever form that shoulder takes, whether it's emotional, whether it's financial support, and that sort of a thing. It's always nice to know that you have somebody that you can turn to for support. But I think in the grand scheme of things, we should all congratulate our women, especially on a day like today, when women from all walks of life, and much more interestingly, I think united across the political spheres, different political spheres. And of course, we had women from the corporate circles and so on and so forth coming together to assert themselves around the sort of environments they would want to be a part of and participate in the critical discussions and conversations that border, just not on their welfare and well-being, but also how well then can they be part of the wider conversation insofar as taking our country forward is concerned. And for us in the UPND, Women's Day and all the discussions around it, we didn't want it to just pass like every other day. We were taking it seriously because for us it is not just a matter for equality. This is a matter for justice. There's been so many things that have happened or not happened around women, not just in this country but also the world over. You look at the United Nations, for example, they've even captured that in their Sustainable Development Goals, specifically number 5, which talks about the issue of equality, and it highlights a host of things in there. So you have issues, where the UN is saying, look, women are, far less educated than your average man. Women earning far less than the average man. In Zambia, they earn around about 2,000 kwacha on average for doing the same job that a man does. Women, they have far less access to agricultural land and far less in the way of business support, loans and so on and so forth. So for us, we are taking this conversation seriously, and this is why, as part of developing a manifesto that is responsive, not just to other sections of the country's population, but specifically, to women. There are specific things that we are thinking about. And one of the areas that we are looking to be bold about and ensure that we deliver, justice for women and our girls is the issue of menstrual hygiene. We think that the inability for women and girls in this country to access reasonably and sensibly, menstrual health hygiene has had such deep ramifications and consequences for them being able to participate in the social, political, and economic spheres of our country. And we want to correct that. And one of the things that we are going to be proposing, as a matter of consequence and going forward, is that we are going to propose that we remove VAT, value-added tax, of all sanitary products for women, pads and tampons. The idea is that we need to make these products readily accessible at the point of sale. But not only that, there are a lot of organizations in this country and outside whose mainstay is to buy these things and then make them available on a free basis to underprivileged girls, not just in urban areas but also in rural areas.
Which is a motion that has already actually been tabled Parliament by Honourable Sebastian Kopulande last year.
It's been tabled several times, and government has committed to making these things freely available, but it's never come to pass. So we want to take a practical step, because we don't think that issuing these products for free is sustainable in the long term. So we have to make it easier for people to buy at the point of sale. And this is why we'll be proposing that we scrap off VAT of this product. But not only that, in the medium to long term, we think that it is important that all public spaces, schools, shopping malls and markets, they should, as a matter of public policy, be equipped with sufficient facilities in the way of washrooms and also pad disposal bins as a legislative requirement. Okay, they need to be fitted with these things, because women need to feel safe and dignified to go out there, carry on with their days, and feel that they will be able to deal with their menstrual problems or issues in an environment that is safe and clean and dignified. We think that is very, very important. But aside that, there are other issues that we are also focusing on. We know, like I just mentioned, far fewer women, less than 10% in this country, have access to land. Now, government policy at the moment is that 30% of all land issuances needs to go towards women. But there has been a recognition on our part that one of the critical impediments still around that policy is the issue that women still continue to be subjected to that diminished ability to be able to pay for land. Because in this country, you have to remember that access to land nowadays is on the basis of ability to pay and not on the basis of need. So even if you say 30% go towards women, women first have to find the money. And we know that most of them are out of work, they're impoverished, they're earning much less than their male counterparts. So in the UPN, we are saying we need to reform how access to land is made.
So
access to land should be made.
You've mentioned very good ideas, all these plans, that you're planning to do as UPND, and just great ideas. However, I think it's imperative for us to understand that biology and psychology has told us that, look, but a bit difference in the brain. Like, everybody's the same. We just choose to, to digest what we can. Now, that being said, I'm for the idea that, the issue of equal opportunities only starts when someone is older. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to tell a woman no after maybe she graduates from college, or maybe before she goes into university. No, you can still do things as a man, A, B, C, D. Do you feel like, we're making progress? Do you feel like we're going to get to a realization where these equal opportunities to men are, going to, to come to life?
Look, the issue of equal opportunity has a lot of, facets to it. And I think we have to look at it in context. Opportunity usually favors people who have a decent education. We know in this country that far fewer girls are graduating out of high school and university than the boys. And we also, like I just mentioned, far fewer women in this country, or should I just say, women in general are earning much less than men are earning. So if you're talking about opportunity, whether it's opportunity to get a decent, well-paying job, whether it's an opportunity to be able to, to buy the next available piece of land in a prime area, it is the balance of the scales are tilted in favor of men, and we need to redress that. And some of the ways to redress that are exactly what we have been discussing here. If you think about girls on average and in aggregate losing thousands of hours in terms of classroom time because they don't feel like they can attend school when they are attending their periods, because they have no access to sanitary pads. There is absolutely no chance in this country that you can expect a girl child on a fair scale to outperform a boy of equal ability, because they are losing classroom time. And what we're trying to do in the UPND is to level that playing field as best as we can. And that means broaden access to sanitary wear for these girls, so that at least, bare minimum, we can be certain that a girl would never have to miss class because they can't afford to to buy a pad, or they can't afford to buy a tampon, or because they don't feel safe and dignified to go to school because there are no proper washroom facilities, or there are no pad disposal bins. And there are women who actually decide to stay at home rather than go out and carry on about their business activities, because they can't manage this phenomenon in a public space because it is a hostile environment for them. So we need to resolve that. And we think that the conversation of equality begins from basics such as that. We're talking about, when I came here, we're talking about issues of skills development. And one of the things that we want to do for us in the UPN is that, look, we need to institutionalize issues of skills development for young men and women at a very basic level. We need to institutionalize issues of women empowerment programs. At the moment, our women... When
you say basic level, do you mean
basic
like
level? I mean constituency level. And I'm going to explain that. At the moment, female empowerment programs, they are discharged at the mercy of powerful political actors who most of the time are male figures. So these are people with a lot of money, and then they say, I'm going to empower you with maybe a program to rear chicken or do X, Y, and Z on the basis that you vote for me. What we're saying is we need to move away from that. We need to guarantee female empowerment at the most basic constituency level. And how we're proposing to do that is that we want to propose that a percentage of constituency development fund gets allocated to go towards female empowerment programs at the constituency level. Now, that is something that will be able to outlive all of us. It is not going to be based on Hakainde Hichilema getting elected or the UPND remaining in power post 2026 if they get elected in 2021. if we push through with this, that is a program that is going to remain even after the UPND and I myself will vacated office, and several other generations of citizens will be able to benefit. And we want to do the same for skills development. We want skills development to come out of constituency development fund as a percentage, in the same way that, for example, you have capital expenditure for councils coming out of local government equalization fund. We think that that is a far much sober and sensible way of leveling the scale up for women and girls at the most basic level for purposes of skills development and empowerment programs. And that is the direction that we want to take.
All right, would like you to be a part of this conversation by calling us on the number that is on your TV screen. So call us on that number, and we can get interactive, get your questions and your contributions on tonight's edition of Diamond Life. But you see, also something else that I think we should also take a look at is the majority of the time, I think, what comes out, and Chichi mentioned it, is the fact that a lot of these things are said because, to be honest, there's very little, especially those that are politically inclined, there's very few that will come out with generally bad ideas. Most ideas are good. The only time that most of the ideas are good, to be honest.
You go and ask your student at UNZA or CB whether or not it's the decision to take away their meal allowances.
That's not most ideas. That's one. That's hence most ideas means some ideas are bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the thing is, most of the time these ideas only come to fail when it's time to implement them.
Yeah.
There surely isn't anyone with a bad intention for people. So how do we make sure that this fight against inequality generally, because the root of all these problems is the inequality, and also, aside from just looking at the policy, most of these problems also are breeding from the homes that people are coming from. Just how men in homes relate with women in their homes, how you would treat a boy going to school with a girl going to school in the same home is what will lead to the inequality. If the girl has to wake up at 5 and let's wait for the boy to wake up at 6, that's where the problem starts. So how do we deal with that problem in people's homes? Because people are not found in institutions or in parliament. They're found in homes.
We don't, as a matter of principle, we don't believe that it is the role of government to micromanage people in their homes. But what we think should and must happen is that we have to deliver targeted civic education to both victims of repressive practices, whether it's cultural, it's political or religious, so that they can get enlightened around what their general expectation should be in the realms of the society that all of us are being raised. We're not saying that all of a sudden, children should start thinking that they can match up to their parents and so on and so forth. But
let's just get to speak with the gentleman that's on phone. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Very well, thank you. Please proceed with your contribution. Hello, good evening. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, please.
And we can hear you as well. What's your name?
This is Patia Solinga, calling you from Olympia, Lusaka.
Proceed.
Yes. Ms. Thompson, I've been following your programs on radio. How would I meet you? Can you please share your contacts with me? I would want to have a chat with you. I like the way you articulate things. I would want to at least meet you and discuss on certain things.
Okay, then we'll get your contact, and then he's going to be able to get in touch with you after the program is done.
All right, please.
All right. Would like, though, to get your contribution on the subjects that we're discussing when you call the number that is on your TV screen, and then we'll be able to interact.
Well, I think what the gentleman was trying to say is that is an endorsement. It is an endorsement.
Well, we're really trying to avoid that, though.
Well, I would like to think that. But the point that I was trying to make is we don't want to make it government's business to be micromanaging people in their homes. We think that it should be possible for government to drive the right kind of civic education agendas that ensure that women and girls, including boys, are liberated from the shackles of traditionally repressive practices.
And I think that should be P1, to be very honest. We love the aspect of CDF being distributed to empower the ladies and the young girls. But I feel like really, as much as they say no, it's not government's business to micromanage families. But to be very honest, I really do feel that this is a mental thing.
And I think, Chichi, you know what? Behavior trends are usually in majority, and they are influenced by something. So if one household does this and another and you find that 7 out of 10 households are doing the same thing, there must be something that is influencing that. And it doesn't mean that trying to change that mindset or that behavior or trend is micromanaging. It's fixing a problem.
And it's thank goodness that government functions at different levels. What we're trying to fix here and provide a solution to is not the psychological aspect of some of these issues that our women have been encumbered with over so long period of times.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Finally, how are you too?
Very well, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Kingsley Member.
Proceed with your contribution, Kingsley.
Yes, I'm very happy with the program, but I'm looking at the women at the prison. How are they going to help them when they are in prison? Because they are suffering there. They have no one to help them. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution. I think that's going to be our last thought also as we get to conclude, because I know Kingsley has made specific reference to women in prison. But as you respond to him, I'd like you to just look at marginalized women, women that are in minorities. These are women in prisons, women with disabilities, and alike. So we could just look at how this could also be made a priority.
And that's a very important point that you make, because usually I think there's been a tendency in our governance circles. Every time we're developing and building policy, we're only thinking of people who are sort of fully abled, as opposed to people who are differently abled or experiencing circumstances that are extraordinary to ordinary life, as it were. I think it's important for us to mention that women in prison have and enjoy to an extent the same rights that, well, not so much rights, but they experience the same sort of issues that women outside, experience. We're just talking about issues of, menstrual cycles and so on and so forth. They experience that as well in prisons. It doesn't matter where you are. And we think that it is important for us as we think through this, we take care and enough care to expand the implementation of this policy to places like prisons, because I think it makes sense, and it's an issue for justice as well. Because those are not animals at all. Those are people who are undergoing correctional, processes, as it were. So it's important that even in prison, we take good care to ensure that we provide, the basics, facilities, washrooms, pad disposal bins, and also make it possible for people who want to buy and donate these things to prisons. It's easy for them to buy them. If we make it expensive for them to be able to buy, it is just never going to
Women empowerment anewakamba vafuna wose representa kungala market kuisa matomato. The answer is no. I've got a veterinary certificate. I'm supposed to apply in the government, where I work as a cleaner, as a security guard. But all these things, if you go there, you will be suspected. You can't like it. And that's Minister of Gender. She knows he's busy. But she's quiet. Where I work in my industry, women are standing from morning up to 16 hours, 17.
Mrs. Lungu. So, Imweve, what you're saying is that there isn't enough opportunities for women in terms
nothing. On Friday 6, I was also in Kanyama. I took my report and my query there. I took my papers at China everywhere. It's not all that women who can pick tomato. It's a single quantity. So I plead, let that minister come direct on the TV.
All All right.
So that we hear from her direct. Then this is what they're saying. They're lying.
All right, we'll be speaking
We're
with her
not
shortly.
being treated well as women here in Zambia.
Just to add
All
on
right, thank you.
what she said, a thought came to my mind. So do you think, okay, I know there are organizations that are, in charge of women. There's a lobby, there's YW, Young Women.
Young Women Christian
Yes,
Association.
so many of these, and they try to empower women and, but I feel, okay, let me just ask you, do you feel like they're doing enough, to be very honest?
Look, the primary responsibility to take care of citizens
finally
rests with the government. The rest of what everyone else is doing is merely and purely to supplement government's effort. And this is why we want to be very clear, and this is why we want to be bold. We don't want to pass the buck and say, no, people will donate pads to kids who can't afford them or women who can't afford them. What we're saying is government must take the front end role and lead the conversation and say, this is what we're going to do to expand access to some of these crucial things for women. Even empowerment. I mean, there are a lot of organizations that are into the business of empowering women and men alike, and opening up different opportunities within the economic spheres. But government again has to take the lead. And what we're saying is, we want to use institutions that exist at the moment, and we want to use the funds that are made available at institutional level in the places where these our people live, men and women alike, to ensure that we champion programs that can help them deliver skills, but also for those who want just basic empowerment solutions to ensure that they're able to put food on the table, build a business, they can be able to do that. What we don't want is to leverage skills development, empowerment at the basic level against political actors, or pass the buck to the civil society and other NGO organizations who have made it their mainstay to supplement government efforts. Government must take the lead, and that is what we're trying to do. We need to ensure that we provide the right kind of leadership around some of these difficult points of conversation that oftentimes government wants to run away from, abdicate, and just pass the buck. And it's the same thing. The lady, I think, was what she was complaining about was a general lack of opportunity within the economy, as it were. She might not want basic empowerment solutions, like she indicated. She would love to get a job. But for that to be able to happen, we have to get ourselves to a place and space where government provides the right kind of incentives to the private sector so that they can build basic business solutions, grow that, employ people, and so on and so forth. In an environment like the one that we're experiencing at the moment, where there are literally zero incentives to small-scale and medium-sized businesses to be able to set up, shop and grow those businesses and create employment opportunities, it is just never going to happen. We don't believe that it is and it must be government's place to grow the economy and provide employment, because government by nature and its size, it is just terribly inefficient because of the bureaucracy and several other inefficiencies. So even if government wanted to create jobs, it just possibly couldn't create jobs. And even if government wanted to grow the economy, it just could not be able to, to do that. The best way to do that is deliver incentives to the private sector. That is the only way individuals like our mother and sister, Mrs. Lungo, that is the only way that she will be able to find the job that she is looking for. Government just doesn't have the capacity to provide jobs at the scale and level that generally the public expects for government to do. It just doesn't have the capacity to do that.
All right. Very interesting take. Thank you for joining us tonight on Diamond Live.
Thank you very much. It's happy to be here.
All right. We're going to be speaking with Minister of Gender, Madam Elizabeth Puri. And, some of the questions that you have, we're going to ask her. Also, if you have got any other questions, do well to send an SMS to the number that is on your TV screen, and we'll be able to extend those.
Eagle Events Management, in collaboration with NGOCC and Trade Kings Group, presents the International Women's Day Conference and Luncheon at the Mulungushi International Conference Center, dubbed Equal, with the theme Transforming a Generation of Women for Equality. Speakers will include Bridget Kambobe, Trade Kings; Maureen Treasure, Women in Law, Southern Africa; Charit Muntali, Eagle Events; Christabel Michelle Banda, Zisk Life; UD Soko, Zambian Cancer Society; Wanga Zulu, actress in Pali; Maria Zalonius Mwelwa, Zaid Farmer. Date 14th of March 2020. Time 08 hours. Charges 500 kwacha only. Students and Makwebo women 250 kwacha. For bookings call 0966 756 555, 0977 614 130. Email event@zamnet.zm. Don't miss out.
Powered by Trade Kings, improving lives.
Hello, pesa nyumba? Yes, madam. My men are on the ground. Balecha nakanaka dark trim color mwale fire mixed naka sunset gold. You like it? In Kateshi. Kai Kateshi is a magical color. For you to appreciate it, if I can have
I know. Me, I'm a woman of class. I love quality things. What am I rubbish? I'm in my pen time.
Narukamba ine. Let's buy colossal quality pen. Osati mapratanga pen here. Sure. Me, I'm just a painter.
Clearly, there's no paint job quite like a Colossal paint job. Choose from a variety of high-quality coats that will give you a professional finish every time.
Wow! This is exactly what I wanted!
Colossal, paint like no other.
Touching food before washing after changing diapers. This is tantamount to dangerous cooking.
Tawaishiwa tama James ya nomba fibondo. Tayapu alalanga ma James ya kare.
Manja mako tuma James tuchachabe pate after pate. That's why Funko Sambila na hygienic soap. Ili na active silver technology wambera.
Soap with technology.
Of Sapapi!
Call police, madam.
Go and hygienics and kurukuta her right now.
You are under Samba in the laws of hygienics.
Hygienic soap is a powerful antibacterial soap with active silver technology formulated to kill 99.9% of germs.
Hygienic soap. You are safe in our hands.
There is a core belief at the heart of Liquid Telecom. The belief that every individual has the right to be connected. The pursuit of this vision has seen us build the largest independent fiber network in Africa. From Cape to Cairo, we are connecting more of Africa. Liquid Telecom, building Africa's digital future.
Yes, you're watching Damo Live. We take a look at stories in our news summary tonight. Constitutional lawyer John Sangwa has maintained that President Edgar Lungu is not eligible to contest in 2021 elections because he has been elected twice in presidency. Mr. Sangwa says Article 106 is clear that a person who has twice held office as president is not eligible for election as president. But Eastern Province Minister and lawyer Makebi Zulu says a minimum of 3 years should be reserved for it to be deemed as a term, but President Lungu only served for a year in 2015. Mr. Zulu says Mr. Sangwe is not defending the Constitution but his personal opinion because the Constitutional Court has already determined the matter.
And presidential elections might be months away, but there is a debate on whether President Edgar Lungu is eligible to contest the election. There was a petition before the Constitutional Court where the Law Association of Zambia and constitutional lawyer John Sangwa were challenging Lungu's eligibility. The court said the minimum of 3 years amounts to a term of office. However, the court did not pronounce itself whether President Lungu is eligible or not. Constitutional lawyer John Sangwa has emphasized that President Lungu is not eligible.
Now, if you look at Article 35, okay, it says, notwithstanding anything to the contrary contained in this constitution or any other law, a person who has twice been elected as president shall not be eligible for re-election to that office. We haven't had two constitutional regimes. We have had one constitutional regime, which we have amended. Okay? This is where the problem was with the question in the first place. Anyway, but the point is this year, again, in 35, we're talking about 2 elections. Okay? Now, when President Lungu stood in 2015, this was before the amendment, he knew that he had already been elected once. When he was sworn in January 2015, he had already clocked 1 term, or he was already elected once. The number of times that he was going to stand, he already knew when he participated in the 2015 election, to say that already counted. Okay? Because this is what it is talking about. It is not talking about a term. It is simply saying if you have been elected twice, that's it, you are done.
Eastern Province Minister Makebi Zulu shares a different view in the matter, insisting that President Lungu is eligible.
From what the Constitution says, in 1063, a person who has held office twice is not eligible to stand as president again. So let's define what holding office is, like you started.
Exactly. So I was at that point where I was stating that what holding office is. So when the Constitutional Court came to a conclusion that what he served for that particular period from June until September did not amount to a term, the court was saying in there to say it did not amount to a term. Therefore,
meaning he did not serve office.
He did not serve 2 terms. He did not serve 2 terms. So it means that
meaning he did not hold office.
He did not serve 2 terms. Okay. Now the issue of holding office comes in 6B, where it says to have held office, at least you should have served 3 years. Then you'll be deemed to have held office. That's why the court found it unnecessary to go to the second question when they are saying that, listen, this gentleman has only served 1 term.
During Diamond TV Coaster program, the 2 lawyers also debated on corruption perception in Zambia, whether ministers indicted on corruption charges should continue to hold public office. With great minds interpreting the law, it is up to the judiciary to decide who is eligible. Rhoda Vola, Diamond News.
The construction of modern toilets in Lusaka's Mutendere compounds for the vulnerable under the Millennium Project Completion Agency Zambia, MPCAZ, has been halted due to government's failure to release funds for the project. About 50 contractors from Vision and Africa Regional Network, VAREN, who were subcontracted by Millennium Zambia, have been left stranded with over 6 months non-payment of arrears for the workers. According to VAREN project manager Maurice Chimbeta, government through Millennium Zambia owes them about 118,000 kwacha for the covered period. And one of the contractors, Catherine Malawuzi and Alik Lungu, have threatened to organize a protest over the non-payment of their money. Millennium challenged Zambia acting communication manager Pelekelo Chimpango, however, says the issue is receiving management attention.
Some residents of Mutendere compound might need to wait a little longer to access flushable toilets, which were promised to them by the government through the Millennium Project Completion Agency. With no funds released for the past 6 months, works on the project have been halted. This is because the contractors who are engaged to complete the project cannot work without being paid their dues. Vision and African Region Network, VALEN, are the subcontractors of the project who are now demanding for the money to be released. The company's project manager, Maurice Chimbeta, says government through Millennium Challenge Zambia owes them over 100,000 kwacha for the period of 6 months.
Yeah, all of them, I think it's coming to about 118,000 kwacha. Government has, okay, of course, promise has been there that the money will be released, but As to when this money is going, we don't know. So we are yet to know actually. We just in front actually the agency pushing for those money to be released. So we don't know yet.
For those that have been engaged by the subcontractor, the lack of funds has affected their livelihoods. Those spoke to Badamu News like Catherine Mlauzi and Ali Kulungu have wondered why government has not released the funds for 6 months.
But September up to now, still fall and alarm. Nanga kunyumba zaka mbachani. Palas zaka nileke sanchi la tilega kwa sumaenda somewhere. Pamene nienda kunchito. Chabana nifuna nchakutu la valeni. Within the kalipo fika Friday and drama zichoke. Ngati zili ku government. Baba uza government at percent alarm. Because banita zongena nchito. After 7 days you pay you. But choka pa 7 days. September up to now. 7 days kalipo kwa na.
Maipo manga materi tezongo manga che tuembe zati ndrama zachoka but 6 months my uza landlord that ndrama zachoka 6 months landlord ngakushita understand so anakangochita understand
ntoka 6 months zona
nyumba hapa mu
kulibe kuja bana kuja noko nyumba yose nkira zali pila bwanje na kubana ma school zabale so tungo tamba che bazatu topeleka bana ku school ukabana watu abwela ali la mwa dadi fika kwenda ku school tiembe gache bana tifaya che mukati umira na nsoni kama ba zama school zabana so tipempa government mutanize ko ndise bana banu.
But Millennium Challenge Zambia Acting Communication Manager Pelekelo Chipango says management is looking at the matter.
I would say I can't also comment on that specific question of the payment because yes, that's a contractual issue and the meeting was held and a position was made between the parties.
For the residents of the area, their plea is that the project concludes soon. Darius Jonia, Damo News.
While women across the world took time to commemorate their day, some residents in Chief Maguya's chiefdom have no idea what the day is all about. These women feel left out in the function that was held in the area, thinking that the day is for the working class. And economist Noah Nkoma says women deserve the best as they are the reason why men make it in life. Zambia has joined the rest of the world in commemorating the International Women's Day under the theme I Am Generational Equality, realizing women's rights.
As Zambia joins the rest of the world in commemorating the International Women's Day under the theme I Am Generation Equality, realizing women's rights, various activities are taking place across the country, and Wangeni in Chief Maguya's chiefdom of Eastern Province has not been left out. Chief Maguya's wife has advised the women to join clubs and be part of the events such as the Women's Day in groups as it creates order. Supporting the women, economist Noel Nkoma says women continue to face numerous problems, and one of them is access to health facilities where they have to walk long distances to ensure that their families are healthy. He says it is important to give them the best on this day and support them in the celebrations.
This is a celebration about womankind, a celebration to remind us that as men we are not in a position to be able to do so much, but we can only do so much going from the biblical teachings that women are an integral part and the fabric of society. They are the glue.
Tomai Daziwa, the coordinator, has explained the theme for this year's Women's Day.
Kulingana kuti sewa wazimai ndetu usunga ziko, ndetu usunga minzi, ndetu usunga wana panganda, vasu wabalaseka, vamasiye, alendo wera, olanga kumzimai. So mzimai ni muntu ofanikira, nchifuka chake ofanikonkala na tinji na madanga.
While there was fun on the other side, asked what these women know about Women's Day and why they did not attend the event in the chiefdom, this was their response.
Yeah, I said one anga Women's Day in your nyama vama grupu vama kirabu yala. Ndakaitwona mbali pese kana bali magrupu ya makirabu. Ambase makirabu yasu yete yambalomba tusoba borobe. mbati kambona tuona ngapa liena tanthauzo kwaso onda tunkhala kumang'anda
moza nasa women's day tingokumba women's day tizwani tuitanthauza nji kali ntamosiri ni magrupu inkesota wala kundazongo wala tangola tatu tizalangilireko mochitira bayaso vali magrupu katumboti women's day nyaba amana ma uniform ali mbona ngati osankha kambeso osankha nabeka bali makilabu setili ni makilabu otika huko.
This day is gone, but what remains to be seen is how women will be treated moving forward. Victoria Kayeye, Dama News, in Chipata, East.
16 out of the 18 people who died in a road traffic accident at Kamakonde area along Kitwe, Kalulushi Road have been put to rest on the copper belt. 10 have been buried in Kalulushi, while others in Kitwe, Lufanyama and Chilabombe districts. 2 other bodies are still laying in Kalulushi Hospital, mortuary awaiting identification. And Kalulushi Member of Parliament Kampamba Mulenga has called on Kalulushi residents to remain united and continue praying for one another in such difficult time.
Gathered in sorrow and disbelief are residents of different parts of the Copperbelt province who met to pay their last respect to 10 out of 18 victims of the accident that happened along Kitwe Kalulushi Road. The mass funeral service, which was held at Kalulushi Independence Stadium, was graced by different churches, government officials, as well as community members. And Kalulushi Member of Parliament Kampamba Mulenga was at hand to console the mourners, calling for unity. And the aggrieved families were represented by former Kalulushi Member of Parliament Kosam Sekwila. And Kitwe Mayor Christopher Kangombe has called on many road users to be extra careful as they use the roads to avoid the loss of lives through accidents.
Vehicles that are made by man, these are not guaranteed in terms of the safety aspects, and we should always guard against driving very fast, because we always have incidences such as this one where we end up losing lives. So I hope that this tragedy will give us time to reflect also, both as a local authority as well as other government departments, on what we can do for the future in ensuring that we can prevent such tragedies from happening again. My sincere condolences to the bereaved families.
The 10 bodies have been buried at Kalulushi Cemetery, while 6 other bodies have been buried elsewhere. 2 other bodies are still lying at Kalulushi Mortuary, awaiting identification. Evans Banda, Diamond News in Kalulushi.
Those are the stories in our news summary tonight. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Ichi chimbuzi chayamba kuzula mukafikila ndoti yonse iyi izapeza njira yanga yofika pamanzi ya munyanzi na futi.
Sungani umoyo wa banja lanu kufikila chimbuzi chanu nichoyopya tumilani wa Lusaka Water and Storage Company nolembesa vatumize vovomelesewa kuchosa doti mushe.
Now experience 4G speeds on your 3G device with the Airtel 4G Pocket Wi-Fi.
Like a mother's love,
Tasty High Juicy is made from high-quality fruits. Start your day with Tasty. For that full breakfast, you can never go wrong with Tasty High Juicy. Treat your child to the lovely benefits of Tasty High Juicy. Tasty comes in different flavors. Manufactured by Revin Zambia Limited. For details, contact Revin Zambia Limited on +260 972 211 113. Email us on info@revinzambia.com or visit www.revinsarl.com.
Welcome back to Diamond Live. We were scheduled to speak with Gender Minister, Madam Elizabeth Puri, who unfortunately is not able to make it, and we'll keep trying and see if we can get a hold of her. But away from that, something else that has been interesting, just that we're coming out of the weekend, it still feels like we are in the weekend, but we just got out of the weekend, and a lot of sports usually does happen over the weekend. But just last week on Thursday, there was an article that was trending, and it was trending all over social media. This article was in relation to Zambia national soccer team coach Mitchell, who apparently, according to that article, was threatening to leave. And so we'd just like to explore the options around that with Musonda Chibulu, who is a soccer analyst and a huge fan of football and follows the Zambian football administration, and is joining us on tonight's edition of Diamond Live. Good evening and welcome to Diamond Live.
Jonah, it's a pleasure, and good evening, viewers.
All right, let's start it off this way. I want to find out something from you. I'm sure you're aware of the article that's been trending, stating that the Chipolo Polo coach would like to leave, and this is according to a tabloid that wrote that. Should Zambians get worried?
Leading through the tabloids, or should I say the bullshit, because the tabloids really are private newspapers. But we saw in one of the broadsheets that particular story that Mitchell has threatened to quit. But when you read through the entire story, you find comments from Mitchell himself, where he is saying that his concentration is on the pitch, while administrative matters are left to the Football Association of Zambia. What should concern us really is the fact that the Football Association of Zambia has indicated that Micho has not yet put pen to that particular paper, which stipulates how long he's going to be in the country and how much he's going to get paid. And in that same story, we understand the permanent secretary saying that they are still studying the matter of the contract of the coach.
Isn't that like a very strange thing? Because is this a usual practice for a man that has already been unveiled as the coach? Why weren't these things done before he was unveiled?
Well, I think that you need to firstly look at the background in terms of what transpired. The Football Association of Zambia, prior to opening the Africa Cup of Qualifications campaign, you remember that they had settled on a coach called Vaseline, and that particular coach was not okayed by the Ministry of Sports because they stated that the process to hire the coach was unknown to the Ministry of Sports. And so eventually what happened was that the Football Association of Zambia was given guidelines which they were supposed to follow in hiring Micho. And we all know that firstly the job was advertised in the media, and a committee was set up that ideally was supposed to have included officials from the Ministry of Sports. The Football Association of Zambia have indicated that they had invited an official from the Ministry of Sport to sit on that particular ad hoc committee, if you like. And on that committee was also a representative from FIFA, Mr. Serome Latsoaka, who is in charge of Central Southern Africa. And that particular committee sat down to scrutinize the number of coaches that had put in their applications. And after that, we had a situation where the shortlist was zeroed down to 20, and eventually we had 3 coaches that went into that final shortlist that includes Mr. Milutin Sredejovic, popularly known as Micho. And it was from that 3-man list that Micho was eventually hired. Now you must understand that government is a major stakeholder in as far as the coach salary is concerned. In fact, previously, it was just government or the state, if you like, that paid the salary of the coach. And so it's necessary that the government looks into the contract and they are happy with what has been put down before it can be finally signed off. What I must say is that I'm very impressed by the attitude of this Micho, because he is benefiting Zambia by agreeing to start even before there's that official signing off. Why do I say so? Because we don't have much time. Imagine if we were saying that that contract is still sitting in an office somewhere and is being scrutinized, and then this is March the 5th. We only have about 23 days before we play Botswana in the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations qualifier. Remember that we are coming from a point of view where we are already down, having lost 2 matches. What we need to do is to appreciate Micho. He's a very good coach, and the FIFA representative indicated to us through the media that the scrutiny of these coaches was meticulous, and that they had even gone back and talked to Uganda and the other places where Micho had worked. And like you rightly pointed out in your preamble, we have seen that this is a guy who seems to have a plan, a master plan, and his work ethic is excellent. Now, supposing we had delayed, this is like 23 days before Botswana, how were we going to approach the game against Botswana?
Well, isn't this against some kind of standards by FIFA, for example, for somebody to be working without a contract? And it seems as if we're now taking advantage of the fact that he's a good guy, which we shouldn't.
I think so, and it shouldn't be. And this is where the Football Association of Zambia, as well as the state, would need. But again, you cannot rush government processes, unfortunately. The permanent secretary has indicated that they are looking into that, and we can only hope that the process can be expedited. There are times where you could, work on the goodwill of someone who understands your situation. But ideally, all of this should have been sorted out much, much earlier than now. Because, Jonah, again, I'll repeat, if we were going to wait, imagine if Micho had not come. and maybe the contract is signed off on the 10th. And then on the 28th, you have Botswana. And after that, on the 4th, you are heading out to the Chan. Zambian coaches are good, but look, we had Zambian coaches against Zimbabwe, we had Zambian coaches against Algeria, and everybody knows that we conceded 7 goals and scored only 1.
All right, let me just have something clarified here. The story, has actually been trending, that snapshot of that newspaper headline, and the story. So why exactly was he threatening to leave?
Well, you may have to ask. I wanted to be a bit unprofessional in that particular answer, but to be honest with you, in terms of the way the story has been written and the way he has been quoted, I don't see the two things, correlating really, because he was asked for a comment and nowhere in that particular story, because I haven't spoken to him myself, to clarify, because obviously you started off by asking me on comments that were produced in that particular broadsheet. So what I have seen in those comments is that Football Association of Zambia Vice President Rick Mwemba making a comment that the coach is working without a contract, and then you also have on the other hand the headline saying that he has threatened to quit, and then you have comments from the coach himself saying that look, I'll leave administrative matters to administrators as I concentrate on my job, which is coaching. So what we should be asking ourselves is that why are we delaying? In whose interest is it for us to continue dragging on this particular issue? Because if indeed he does quit, because like you rightly pointed out earlier on, it's not a healthy situation for the coach to work without a contract. And what we must again emphasize is that as soccer fans, we've been concerned with the quality of coaches that we have had. And this is why we have started this particular campaign with 0 points. And everybody recognized the need that we needed a bit of help. And I believe that Micho could be that help. Now, even if you wanted processes, even if you wanted some other coach, the bottom line is that we did not have the luxury of time to be able to wait until then.
So my last question is, this whole thing that is happening just a few weeks before the AGM by the Football Association of Zambia, which is going to be choosing a new executive. Do you think that this might impact negatively on the current administration of the Football Association of Zambia? Because while Mitchell is working, it is also a genuine concern for the Football Association of Zambia and the government to finalize his working contract.
Well, I think that we should be able to separate these matters. The first elections are separate from the coach. The needs of the Zambia national soccer team, not the FAS national soccer team, is that of a coach. And everybody who has interacted with Mitchell has indicated that they have, noticed his work ethic, and they have been very impressed with the way he has approached his work. So whoever comes in as president of the Football Association of Zambia, they should be saying, we need a coach and we already have a coach in place. And how do we pay the $25,000 that is on the table for him? We must remember that at the time that he was coming, there was a battle between Zambia and many other places where he was wanted. You remember there was Hassania Agadia from North Africa who had tabled a huge offer for Mitchell to go there. Zimbabwe as well were rumored to be interested. Zimbabwe only appointed their coach a few weeks ago, and a few other countries that offered. And Mitchell himself on his unveiling did indicate that he had a lot of lucrative offers, but he believes in the Zambian project, he believes in the Zambian talent, and he thinks that he could succeed and bring Zambia back to where it's supposed to be in as far as the African table is concerned. And by the way, this week when he has been working with the team, he said that Zambia cannot be a punch bag in a group that has got Zimbabwe and Botswana. Now, those are the right sort of vibes. Since Hervé Renard, I have never had a coach who comes out positive and seems to have a master plan on how to get Zambia back on board. So it should not be an election issue at all. And nobody, not this current executive, and nobody else should make this a political, campaign issue. It really should be an issue of interest for the nation. We need to put the interests of the nation first before personalities or even football politics.
All right. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure, Mr. Buyoya. Have a lovely evening.
All right, that is Musonda Chibulu. Very interesting issue, and I think a lot of people are interested in that. I mean, football, you know how passionate we are about football.
Yeah, need I remind you what happened? Is it yesterday? Nothing.
I think behave yourself.
I will just behave because I will be scuppered.
I think you need to behave yourself. if anybody's going to talk to me about football. I'm still a staunch citizen, and I'll die with my blood blue. But let's not talk football.
No, I want to comment. I know. It's
because
tonight.
It's just violence is illegal. Generally, doesn't matter what kind of violence. But anyways, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we quickly wrap it up on tonight's edition of Diamond Live.
One, two, three, get it. Where the B-boys at? Where they hip-hop at? Where the B-boys at?
There is a core belief at the heart of Liquid Telecom. The belief that every individual has the right to be connected. The pursuit of this vision has seen us build the largest independent fiber network in Africa. From Cape to Cairo, we are connecting more of Africa. Liquid Telecom, building Africa's digital future.
GoTV brings you more tension, more excitement, and more flair this March. It's top dogs against underdogs in the FA Cup, and as usual, you can never be too sure who to support. Another important game for Real Madrid as they look to secure another 3 points. With all the drama happening around Man City, will they be able to focus on getting the 3 much-needed points? Stay connected to GoTV for more nail-biting moments. GoTV, live it, love it.
Are you ready to win big? Get into the game for real with a sport betting app shaking Zambia. CastleBet. Visit www.castle.bet to play. Call now or WhatsApp on 0969 966 599. CastleBet offers fast, instant payouts as soon as the final whistle blows. Cash out winnings instantly via MTN or Airtel Mobile Money or FNB ATM. Get into the game wherever you are. In the office, at the bar with friends, or even at home watching TV. Win 800,000 kwacha on any game thanks to the CastleBet app. You can even bet live during the match as you watch the game on TV. Join online in less than 30 seconds by visiting www.castle.bet or call or WhatsApp on 0969 966 599. Mwai wako.
Can I have that meal over there? And I really want that crispy, fresh apple taste from the garden. Can I have happy apple?
I think I'll have my big bite 2 meal with happy waziwaka. Give us your
Enjoy an appetizing big bite meal with an Appy drink of your choice. A meal is not a meal without an Appy drink. And now introducing Appy in a can.
I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I don't care if they know the truth about how much I care for you. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. There's nothing I wouldn't do.
Show some love to your fabrics with Boom Bubble Plus washing powder with powerful dirt-fighting enzymes and special color protection. Whiter whites and brighter colors. Fabrics love Boom.
I love you.
This is the taste of Africa.
Takwabe achila palia we yena na ipesha. Takwabe achila palia we yena na iloa.
Ngoline chilaka, wikokola ngoline chilaka.
Ngoline chilaka, wikokola ngoline chilaka.
Choose.
Iwe, tulopiku na pomegranati. Revin products, 100% juice. High juice. Juice.
The taste of Africa.
Juicy is manufactured by Revin Zambia Limited of Ndola.
Let's take a look at the messages that you've been sending through before we get to Bounce. And these are some of the messages that you've sent through on the show tonight. We're going to read only a few of them because we got to go.
Yep. Those supporting gender equality are the same as Eve deceiving Adam to eat the forbidden fruit. No man born shall say man and woman are the same level. God clearly said man over woman, simple, FBLSK. Ooh.
Now, this particular
Very
message, I
strong
think,
opinion.
deserves a bit of a response. The context in which equality is put by a lot of people is just out of context. I think when the debate around equality for women comes around, it's got very little to do with your religious beliefs. It's got everything to do with opportunities.
Yeah.
The life that a woman lives must not be diminished compared to that of a man. Why must it be diminished? Why must one be elevated above the other? That's the context in which that comes from. If you've got your context that you believe in your home that the man is the head of the house, that's a different discussion. That should not come in the office. That Chichi cannot be my boss because she's a woman. That should not be the case. When I get to the bank, it shouldn't ever be the case that Jonah should be attended to before Chichi because Jonah is a man. That's the...
We'll take a look at some more messages because Jonah's view is going to take some time there. State Council is absolutely right. ECL has been elected twice by the people of Zambia, so this says it all that His Excellence is not eligible to contest for 2021 elections. Good evening.
Good evening, Council. This was from a news clip that we did in the news summary that people are responding. Please let him stand. What are you fearing for him to stand? Don't confuse electorates. Wane, learn to unite us. We can do better without such a bunch of lawyers. Chinuka Chilabwe from Munchelenge. Let's take a look at the final batch of messages. 22:40 is the time.
State Council office is not wow. This is just from a clip, like
I know.
Office is not held in a vacuum. It is held within a term. You cannot hold office unless within a term. You can therefore not separate. That is bad, I assume. We are no longer interested in this current leadership. The law is clear. Sworn in twice. That's all. No third swear in. What does he? I guess this is an incomplete message.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for sending in those messages. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's edition of Diamond Live. We are back tomorrow when the others are done enjoying. Then we'll be back as the full squad on tomorrow's edition of Diamond Live.
By the way, I think on Friday we're not going to say Monday. We're going to start from Tuesday.
No, but you and I have been working.
So the two of us are going to answer Monday. The two of us. Yeah. Tuesday going forward. We'll do the rest.
Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jonah.
And I'm Chichi Daisy Loops.
We are out of this place.
Television reinvented.
Woi, lero tikomuna tiboni zona. Woi, nishao kanka mais. Nona njala ngala pa haiti. Mongali kata tizeo. Andaulo samba kumanja kulibe. Hygienic Spanish.
Contravening Cap 7 of hygiene laws. Mkudia samba kumanja. Je hygiene ya branch. Bad hygiene malpractice.
Apa nomba diarrhea. Yala mixta assault pamala.
Sinzati majems ya manje sio kwala la monga ya kudala. That's why mfunko sambila na hygienic soap. Mabera you. Officer Pompi.
Go please, madam.
Go and hygienics and kurukuta them right now. Hygienic soap is a powerful antibacterial soap with active silver technology formulated to kill 99.9% of germs.
Hygienic soap. You are safe in our hands.
Wake the children.
Woo-hoo! We're revving up for a roller coaster ride of fun and feels for everyone on Box Office. There's loads of laughing out loud, bouncing about, and flinging around. Totally awesome.
Come here, party.
Well, that's disappointing.
You don't want to miss this rip-roaring ride. Go faster! Enjoy these movies and more straight from the cinema to the comfort of your home. When you rent on Box Office by DSTV.
For those school lunches, for that much-needed break at the office, or just to replenish your energy levels. For that all-day, everyday soothing refreshment, nothing beats the refreshing fruity milkiness of Shake and Sip Fruity Milk. Shake and Sip, when fresh meets fruity.
Trade Kings, improving lives. Get ready to step it up with GoTV. Step up your entertainment with GoTV.
How does this work? You need to listen to me.
Pay your account now and we'll upgrade you to the next GoTV package. Don't wait. Pay now and step up to more for the...
Now, don't forget that today, percent different platforms. However, my best platform is that you can actually watch us on your phone. Make sure you download the Mingotainment app and get to enjoy everything news on the go, entertainment, lifestyle, every single thing that comes with Diamond TV. Don't forget that we are also on social media platforms. We are on Facebook. That is Diamond TV Zambia. We are also on Instagram at Diamond TV Social, and also we are on Twitter at Diamond TV Zambia. So glad to be on your screen. I'm always excited to be here because obviously I come to rant. The only show that gives me freedom to rant about anything that I want. Can be factual, lies, rumors, assumptions, any single thing, as long as it's trending on social media. I am your hooker. I am your plug, as the streets say it. Now, tonight is going to be a very interesting night. But before I go there, just in case there's somebody who's watching me tonight for the very first time, this show is called The Rap Tonight with Chichi, and I go by the names of Chinyimba Daisy Masalusupa, aka Chichi Daisy Loops. I come to you every Mondays 10:30 p.m. and Tuesdays 10:30 p.m. And like I said earlier, I get to talk about everything that I see fit because it's trending on social media. Now today I have got something that's been trending and everybody's like, I think everyone is just like overwhelmed by it. So somebody who's married, but anyway, they've been seen around chilling with some colored girl. Also, somebody has gotten bold to protest or to send a message. Also, I'm trending. Oh my gosh, catch you after this. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's happening with Chela Tukuta. I don't know. To be honest, I would like to believe that this might be a publicity stunt. But I don't know whether it's going to work in the favor of the lady or him. I don't really know. Because as far as we are concerned, Chela Tukuta is a very married man. Okay? Ni muntu okwatira ja muntu. Story zibika. Next thing, you know, seeing photos on social media with some girl. Is it Fresh something? All I know is that she's colored. And researching a little bit about her is she's a rapper. I don't know. A rapper. I think she's an artist. Probably upcoming. I mean, maybe she's a well-established artist. I just maybe don't follow her music. But yeah, so a couple of years back, we saw Chela Tukuta buying a car for the wife, a BMW. So kaya vevchitika. Pena vinasina vikwati. I don't know, but he posted a very interesting post on his social media that, you know, used to make assumptions, used to create rumors that he's sleeping with other women, things that he wasn't doing, and used to go tell the wife ABCD, and now he's even saying go marry the people he used to go tell those rumors to. So I don't really know what's happening, to be honest. Is it that they have separated with the wife? I saw a very interesting post as well on social media where someone was saying, yeah, my sister was like, how? She's colored and, you know, she's melanin, she's a melanin queen as in the wife. Unless it maybe needed maybe like a distance, you know, relative or maybe cousins or something like that. But I don't know how true that is. But anyway, he's been making trends on social media, especially Facebook. We don't really know what's Kiatin, if he's just doing it for publicity sake or he's genuinely in love. We don't know. But look, me, I personally went to the Facebook page for that girl. Why have I forgotten her name? This is so disrespectful. I'm sorry, darling. I just don't follow your music. But anyway, let me move on. Yeah, I personally went to her Facebook account and a page rather. And you know, at first I thought that, okay, maybe ni machills, but how? Kunina ngweza na pa dansi, na tukuta ni hapa, che mwana ni hapa. Nakakisi, boom! I was like, no, this one is not a joke. This one is real. So I don't know. By the way, just in case you're wondering who Chela is, so he's a professional photographer. He claims to be the best in Zambia. He claims to be the most traveled. He claims to be the best in his expertise in our country. And I'll be very honest, he's done quite a number of good gigs, if I can say that. You know, you see him travel all around the world, and he's doing great things with his photography, to be very honest. And it's a good thing, because a long time ago, nobody would ever think that you can make a living out of photography. So kudos to him. But what's happening right now, away from the professional aspect of things regarding him, is that he is trending. But I don't know whether I can say it's for the wrong reasons or for the right reason, but I don't know. All I know is that he gave me content. Ew. Mkwai bachera ngana fipona bakashibenu chabipa mkwai chabipa na chibipa ngata chipuile maybe nika break, you know, very much come vikwati very much come vikwati viliko personal. You never know, maybe it's an agreement they went to say, baby, go out and do your own thing, maybe it's an open marriage where people can just do anything that they want. Who are we to say, no, Chela, don't do this, don't do that? Hey, you know what I mean? So I don't know really what's happening. But anyway, I listened to one of her tracks. She posted a short video. Ni rapper. Pasa po bring a boom show na a clear ice cream. Kapena siniziva. Then I go check a snippet. Anyway, me, I'm not into that particular genre. So who am I to judge? But anyway, that's what's catching regarding Chela. Now, don't forget that you can follow me on my social media handles at Chichi Daisy Official. That is my Facebook page. Also, you can follow me, rather inbox me or anything on my personal account, Chichi Daisy Loopsy. Of course, why? Let's get interactive. Text me. I like it when you text me that you watch the show, and maybe, you know, tell me what I can do better. Let's work together. I love the feedback, to be very honest. I really do. You know, I'm not one of those people that will just be like, whether it's positive or it's negative. I take out what I can from the criticism. Thank you so very much. Now, moving on today, guys, I have okay, so to be very honest, Alice has been known for a lot of different things, you know, being sarcastic, a lot of people hating on her for no reason. But, so she wants to become an advocate. No, not advocate. An ambassador. Yes. She wants to pioneer a movement, and for her specifically, she's talking about the tribalism in the country. Just recently, she posted a video. She was live talking about you know, the gassing and the mob justices that are happening in our country. And then, you know, she's actually launching her foundation, if I can call it that, and it's going to be called Divided We Fall. Yes, if I'm not mistaken. So for that reason, she protested and cut off her hair. Okay, but she looks beautiful. You can see the photo. She looks amazing. And besides, I think she's done this before. This is like the she's anyway, Agerayubu Parangungunde. So ati, you know, she can demonstrate that she's not happy about this, and she's launching that. I don't know whether this is advertising, but and since I'm talking about it, on the 5th of March, she's going to be officially launching it. And to be very honest, you can think that it looks quite genuine and honest. You know what I mean? And I saw in the video where she was saying, I wish I could do more, because I'm always just posting on social media. I'm always just, you know, making and creating videos. I want to go out there in the communities and see what I can do, A, B, C, D. So anyway, we wish her all the very best, because, I mean, I think if you've got a following on social media, people are talking about you, use it for the right reasons, you know what I mean? And I think maybe, you know, this can be one of those things that Alice can give back to the community. Yes, I know she's very passionate about modeling and all these other things, empowering girl children to do modeling, that you can make a life out of being a model, ABCD. But I think, me personally, this is the one thing that I probably will follow her for. The rest of the things where she's talking about politicians, she's crying foul about the pide, male about this and that. Nah, brah, that don't tickle my fancy. But this particular movement, so today personally, I'll be following. But versus Bianca, ha, please, for crying out loud. I think we've got better things to do with our lives. The next story is about myself. Oh my gosh, not better. So, minding my own business, you know, chilling, parusaka pano muntwanga, just, you know, doing the needful and just, you know what I mean. I'm on social media, then somebody tags me. I had a tag, I was like, hey, that's one, the tag, what is it? You know, I only get tags from people that I know. Then I've got special settings where if you tag me, I don't know you, it will ask me if I want to, you know, put you on my timeline, right? So it does that. So people can just tag me and expect to see it on the timeline. Nina my settings. So someone tagged me. Now go on my page. Should I mention the page? No, not a page. Now go page pari ile kamun. But you people should be relaxing. Anyway, it was a picnic. I was on this side, and then there was another lady on the other side, okay? And those photos were posted about 3 days ago prior to them taking it from my page. So some lady made a picnic and posted me and some lady, and then she was like, our very own Chichi Daisy Loops radio and TV presenter against Kenyan, Even put, now the photo that they chose for the Kenyan, I don't know what beef is that between Zambia and Kenya on social media and Zambia and Malawi. Are you kidding me? First of all, that was wrong on all angles, because it looks like it's me who's making fun of my Kenya counterparts. When Alesa. All of photo mna sana yo hipa. But I photo yo muntu aona kakwati kapena. God damn it. But anyway, I guess it was just the angles and whatnot. You know, in fact, Malama even shared the photo. No colorism. That she was pissed with the photo. But anyway, I also didn't like it. I'm not even in agreement with that. I think it's wrong. There's so many beautiful journalists and radio and TV hosts in Kenya and in Malawi. I say Malawi because another page caught my photo and shared that trending Malawi versus Zambia TV and radio personalities. Ibo mzaka neterera ine. Nizaka pesana kwa tiro ku Kenya na Kenya ndio watu wanitema mabu. Kasi no warengesa. Nzakapesikana ndaka gig banteka kwati no go and host something in Malawi. Imo mkaleke sotinga nikaende ku Malawi nikase flourish. Basta na legalize weed. Iwe. Oh my gosh, I felt, you know, that's a problem when you are, you know, in the public domain where you are. I'm not a public figure. I just want to say that I'm a bit known, right? One thing na photo yanga, innocent. You know, kana bora posting photo yanga pa page pa ngotenga photo ngo musta compare na Kenya lako Malawi. Yeah. Why is that photo ya all of foot name wa Zambia mean a problem. Shan, please, if you got nothing to say, keep quiet. Keep quiet. That was wrong. That's why I didn't even say anything when I was tagged. I just looked at the photo and I moved on. But Zambia mzane terera. Please. Nakupa patani. Please mzane terela. You never know opportunity kwa ndiza kachokera da kukija kwenda ku Malawi. Basaka nikanira ini. Ati ayu tabata muona ndio ba posita. Ivo na lesa. On that note, I want to remind you that you are watching the home of Z Pop Culture, and this show is called The Rap Tonight with your girl Chi Daisy Loops, the Bemba woman aka Ghetto with my other skin. Coming up, I'm gonna talk about my other version and she'll come, and obviously I'm gonna be talking about my woman or man crush for this show, and I'll be out of this place.
Chelsea cookies, delicious cookies, the secret recipe to happiness. A little bit of chocolate for moments you won't forget to make your masterpiece of tastiness. A little bit of butter makes life better for memories to bring you happiness. And for you, Mr. Healthy, I have something nice and OT to keep you going nice and strong. Chelsea cookies, delicious cookies, baking delicious memories. Chelsea cookies, tasty cookies, baking delicious memories.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
You see, this is an apple. But there's some people out there that will try to convince you that this apple is in fact a banana. But you know the truth. This is not a banana. This is an apple. We've always known it as an apple, and it will never be anything else. You see, that's just how fake news works. There's some people out there that will decorate their lies and try to convince you that an apple is in fact a banana by giving you fake news. But there's also some people out there that have got the truth and fact up to the latter. That's who we are. Get the most balanced and verified news on the Diamond News Desk at 8. In fact, if it is not on Diamond TV, then it's unverified news.
Topstar. Enjoy digital life. Continue to feel the moments of winning with the Europa League. It's the first leg of the round of 16. Will Lukaku maintain his impressive scoring for Milan? Or will Rashford rise to the occasion for Manchester United? Then stay tuned to Topstar for the answer. Watch Manchester United as they play away to LASK on Thursday, 12th March at 19:55, live and exclusive to World Football on Topstar. Wind up your Europa week on the same day and catch the in-form Inter Milan as they host Getafe FC at 22 hours, also live and exclusive on World Football. Subscribe now and watch football legends in action. Subscribe now and witness the battle of the greatest teams. Topstar. Enjoy digital life.
Touching food before washing after changing diapers. This is tantamount to dangerous cooking.
Tawaishiwa tama James ya nomba fibondo. Tayapu alalanga ma James ya kare.
Amanja mako tuma James tuchachabe. Pate after pate. That's why Funko Sambila na hygienic soap. Ili na active silver technology wambele.
Sopo with technology.
Officer Papi! Call police, madam.
Go and hygienics and Kulukuta her right now.
You are under Samba in the laws of hygienics.
Hygienic soap is a powerful antibacterial soap with active silver technology formulated to kill 99.9% of germs.
Hygienic soap. You are safe in our hands.
This is the taste of Africa. Takwabe achila paria we yena na ipesha. Takwabe achila paria we yena na iloa. Ngoline chilaka, wiko kola ngoline chilaka. Sukumakaba. Ngoline chilaka, wiko kola ngoline chilaka. Juice. Revin Products 100% juice. High juice. The taste of Africa.
Juicy is manufactured by Revin Zambia Limited of Ndola.
Yeah, I just washed this.
Nalipate fiko ineshifaya fiko etombo fecha boom. Nizonda dotindiye tamene nikondo service sabum. Makes your whites much whiter. White school shirts and laundry. Your surface is sparkling brighter. Your number one top stain fighter. Oh yeah, boom.
Introducing Boom Household Bleach, your new #1 bleach specifically formulated to bring out the whitest whites in your laundry, plus many more uses in your home.
Your #1 household bleach.
Boom Household Bleach.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
You see this is a phone. But there's some people out there that will try to convince you that this phone is in fact a laptop. You know why? Because you're looking for a laptop and all they're selling are phones. But there's another guy out there that will tell you just as it is. A phone is a phone and a laptop remains a laptop. That's just how fake news works. There's a guy spreading fake news and they're trying to convince you that this phone is a laptop, that the news they're giving is true, when in fact not. But there's another guy that tells you just the truth. This phone is a phone. I don't have a laptop. This laptop is a laptop. I don't have a phone. This phone is a phone. This is a laptop. And I have both. Tune in to the Diamond News Desk at 8 and get balanced news. Truth, fact for fact. In fact, if it's not on Diamond TV, then it's unverified news. Catch the Diamond News Desk at 8 every day. You can also catch the Diamond News Summary at 10 p.m. We are the leaders in breaking news.
Afternoon, Anne. Afternoon.
I'm gonna tell you why my clothes look bright. I'm gonna tell you why my clothes look clean. I'm gonna tell you why they smell so nice. I'm feeling fresh, you know what I mean. It's got a little bit of oxy bleach with a nice perfume that will leave your clothes looking rich and have you feeling good. Ooh, aloha, yeah. Aloha, aloha. You need to try Aloha.
Aloha washing powder. Say hello to fresh.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Unavata petu masinika to chipa utu. Sina kuna mena tini maizi ya. Chilungamo cha Yesu chabwino. Yeah, so actually I use this at the gym. And by the way, I am doing what they call intermittent fasting. But anyway, I use these sneakers for the gym. I just felt so cold when coming in the studio, and I was wearing sleepers, and he was just like, hey, bruh, I can wear sneakers because it goes with what I'm wearing. So yeah, these are my cheap sneakers. I got them at only 125, by the way. As you can see, I can simply bend this, so they're not like those, you know, top-notch quality sneakers. They're just easy sneakers that I can wear at the gym, and, you know, probably wear on a day where I'm not doing a lot of movements because But yeah, so I'm wearing my favorite jeggings jeans today because yamonika munga niyosira kasi ya inyagre. Sikusira kuyai nigire, and they're so tight. And all that, I love them because when I'm walking, they don't do bad manners behind. You know what I mean? Hey, ladies. Kumbe kama kati go. Niso. And obviously, I love what I'm wearing. I love this Celebrate not jumpsuit. What can I call it? Chijezi muchinyanja. Let me even do this. Why you wanna celebrate? By the way, you don't drop a saraguda. Oh, sanami, oh, mana wada do sanami way. Ati iyai kundora chani ku Dubai iyai saris chichitu saris 30 kwachas. In fact, I was about to say anyway, let me say it. Do you know that sometimes I go to North Meet to just sit? There's a lady who does my nails. Naomi, she's the one that does my nails. I just sit in a saloon, and I just wait for those people who pass with my nice clothes, and I get sticker na eti mangena ma shops ibe na mandai iwe na chani koma sometimes session ngati yakosa kendi lo ngati yakosa mwana yenda kufulama boutique koma ngati we celebrity kwa chini yenda na gogo ni na kumaka oh my god Chate who's Chichi ineni makana tsinti ineni makana. But anyway, let me move on to my other version for tonight. As my Nazbambo, come up and start pretend movie somebody. Pretense in my relationship tileke. Mami, ngati umatia 7 lamps. Idia. Dieratu sanama dieratu. What if that person ends up marrying you? What are you going to do? Ngatuziwa kuti iwe uri na problem yochita mumpuno pa bantu kuta mumpuno so oloja maizibeja ya mumatwi kamba mami kamba dadi kamba ngatuza tu na wadikota kantu ukaona ushat I need to tell my partner say it. There's a lot of pretense. Obviously I'm not saying the first day, come on now. Like, I mean, when you pass the honeymoon phase, like the first 1, 2, 3 months, after that, be as honest as possible. Ngatuzi watu una problem wiwo kaenda kumasuka kutoya kuja, wasiachani pani yo pamwamba. Iwe kamba. Be honest. There's so much pretense in relationships that also no, I didn't know that she's like that, blah 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 blah. Nemo wa muna. Be honest. Excuse me. I get 20,000, but the month then I get 50. Iwe and you for 5. Hey. Ni should for 5 iguala 5 pin. Well, all sticker na kunamo ngana meko. But you come back ni for 5 or 6 pin. That was nyamala from 5,000 to 20,000. 20,000 yakulisa. Please, let's be honest. Look, if a guy loves you, if a girl loves you, and you're honest about your situation, I think if they love you, they will stay. In fact, they will help you become better. Pretense, do you know that pretense is actually a life of slavery? It's a life of slavery. Because how many times they're going to keep up lying? And you know how lying is. When you lie, for you to cover up the lie, you have to use another lie. Don't lie muma relationship. In fact, I'm going to be as blunt as possible because this also applies to you married men. If you're married and you want to go, tell her the truth. Let her make the decision by herself. Come on, let's be honest. We're living in a generation where girls are dating married people. But it becomes bad if she didn't know. You know what I mean? Tell her, let her make the choice. I'm not encouraging men to be going out there. Why are you going to come in my life? And you know, because after 29 years as a woman in your course, after 30 years, 31, 32, 33, 27, check, I got shininkondo. I don't want some kazi. Okay, not everyone, but majority want to get married. Ewa bwera. Wanilangiza mangozi yonse, wanitondeza, wanizibisa. Okay, you know what? I am the man. And then I find out you're married. Iwe. Pretense muleke. Muleke. We know that you're happy in your marriages, just so you know. We know that you're happy in your marriages. You just want to say, no, my wife, ABC. That's a lie. You're just a man who's, you know, you're not satisfied with one plate. Please, I am not in any way promoting, adultery in homes. I am actually for the idea that it should be one man, one woman. But unfortunately, our generation has been corrupt. Right now, we're living in a time where, people come to you and they will lie, telling you, no, I'm not happy in my life. My life ABCD. It's a lie. They're happy. They just want you as a side. But at least be honest about it. Say the truth. So, as mine as Bambo Munita Mbapa, please don't pretend. Right from the onset, be genuine about yourself. Be honest about yourself. Because when you're honest, even your esteem is motivated. It feeds off that psychology na studying. So make sure, make sure, keep your life real to your partners. Don't pretend to be anything you're not. Don't do that. But anyway, let me take a break. Coming right up, I get to wrap up the show as the name intended it to be. And obviously, I get to share with you my either woman crush or man crush. Alrighty, so I have to go, but before I go, obviously I have to share with you my man crush or woman crush for this particular show. Now, just in case you're just joining me, you've missed out quite a bit. I was talking about Alice Rollins. She's gone bold as a way of, showing some sort of remorse or campaigning for what she's saying divided we fall, and she's launching that on the 5th of March, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And also, I was talking about Chela Tukuta. So whatever is happening, we don't know if he's cheating or he's divorced the wife. I don't really know. Also, I was trending for the wrong reasons. Somebody screenshotted me and matched up my photos with another photo that wasn't looking so appealing. And then, they said Kenya versus Zambia, Malawi versus Zambia. I also didn't like that at all. But anyway, getting to close the show, obviously I have to talk about my woman crush. And this is my personal favorite because in real life, she's my auntie. Maureen Lilanda. Oh my gosh. I love her as my aunt. Hey, let me brag. Hey! Let me even sit down properly. So, today my woman crush is Auntie Maureen Lilanda. I was almost saying Auntie Maureen Riranda. Oh my gosh. So, Auntie Maureen is obviously one of the legends, if I can call it like that. She's been in the industry for a very long time, She's not very, very, out there, and all over the place and stuff like that. She does very soulful music, traditional Zambian music, and obviously she's done a couple of collabs with the current artists, but very few. But she's always in different places, singing her music as a songbird that she is, and we absolutely appreciate her. I must make mention that when I heard the song Mumbai Yo Yo, when I heard that song, actually I didn't even know she was my aunt. So cousins, my so she's obviously my woman crush, and you know how it is. If you are my woman crush, if you are my man crush, and you are an artist, you're a singer, rapper, anything, I have to close the show with you. And for that reason, I'm going to be closing the show with Mwamuna Sabina Gule Konse Mumba Yoyo Tungunu Mumba Wamene Nikondaine. Hey, I gotta go. Thank you so very much. I love you guys so much. You have been watching The Rap Tonight with your girl Chi Chi Daisy Loops, Bemba Woman, aka Ghetto, with my yadi skin.
Mwana wanga mbera kulira kwanga ine chalo chilina mano kwe muli muzisunge ukanitailira niba nisunge ukanilekerera niba ninyamule chalo chalelo chilibe malo yabo sapunzira isera kale tinalipe mapunzilo apa mwamba komalelo mwaluba komwachokela lelo setapuba osapunzila mwaibala pala wamteteka tenalikuja mwaibala pea bambo anu anatisia umoyo watu unali wodonselela koma mwaluba mwana wanga mbera kulira kwanga ine chalo chilina mano kwe muli muzisunge ukanitailira niba nisunge ukanilekerera niba ninyamule kazakazanga naonapo zuba na mwezi zambiri kuwama kwa chalo sikusila mwana wangu bwera pa nyumba upunzile welako uone banja lako zivute zitani nekolo wako nizakala nawe sininga kutairire sininga kulekerere chikondi changa chilimonga chitsime cha manzi chikondi changa chilimonga chitsime mwana wanga mbera kulira kwanga ine chalo chilina mano kwe muli muzisunge ukanitailira niba nisunge ukanilekerera niba ninyamule
Mama namvera
kodi wambera
mama nilipo
kodi ulipo
sinzaenda
usanisiye
mama namvera
kodi wambera
mama nilipo
kodi ulipo
sinzaenda
mwana wanga mbera kulira kwanga
Expect to see you here.
Just like I didn't expect to hear about the noise you've made from your mess.
Please, I fear for my life. Please help. Somebody please help. Please, somebody help. Help.
She's just trying to get some light. Need easy right now.
How do you let men you don't know take you to a place you don't know? What story is that?
It's about a guy who was swindled by some fake stone dealers far from home.
I hate liars. If it were up to me, all liars would have the same fate as Ananias and Sapphira from the Bible, instant death.
This March, Zambezi Magic brings you a different take of the movie festival.
Who did this to you, Princess?
I don't know, Dad.
Where insecurities turn into liabilities of love.
You've been talking to Butch behind my back.
That lead gold diggers to do the extreme.
You cut me off.
Did you really think you'll continue blackmailing me forever?
But they end up doing the forbidden. Get your popcorn ready on Sunday and make it a date with Zambezi Magic.
Let's go into a world of taste and wonder, where homegrown natural ingredients burst with the flavor of real buttery love. From the skilled bakers at Amazon comes a fabulous shortbread biscuit baked to absolute perfection. Chelsea Shortbread Biscuits, made with real butter for that superb melt-in-your-mouth experience. Once you take a bite of Chelsea Shortbread Biscuits, you experience the wonder and magic that goes into the making of perfect shortbread biscuit. So take a bite and enjoy Chelsea Shortbread Biscuits from Amazon. We bake them better.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Afternoon, Anne. Afternoon.
I'm gonna tell you why my clothes look bright. I'm gonna tell you why my clothes look clean. I'm gonna tell you why they smell so nice. I'm feeling fresh, you know what I mean. It's got a little bit of oxy bleach with a nice perfume that will leave your clothes looking rich and have you feeling good. Ooh, aloha, yeah. Aloha, aloha. You need to try aloha.
Aloha washing powder. Say hello to fresh.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Is it? I've done.
Expect to see you here.
Just like I didn't expect to hear about the noise you've made from your mess.
Please, I fear for my life. Please help. Somebody please help. Please, somebody help. Help.
She's just trying to get some light. Need easy right now.
violent men you don't know take you to a place you don't know. What story is that?
It's about a guy who was swindled by some fake stone dealers far from home.
I hate liars. If it were up to me, all liars would have the same fate as Ananias and Sapphira from the Bible, instant death.
Bring the fun home with Box Office this February. Having a sleepover? Why not invite the Addams boys and ghouls to join you?
Totally awesome.
It's very obvious why Maleficent and Aurora should also make the list. Well. Just press the green button on your remote, grab the popcorn, and start watching with DSTV's School of Laughter.
Woi, lero tikumbula tiboni zona. Woi, nisha ukanka mais. Nuna njala ngalapa haidini. Mongali kata tizeo. Ndaulo samba kumanja kulibe. Hygienic Police.
Contravening Cap 7 of hygiene laws. Mkudia sasamba kumanja. Je hygiene ya branch. Bad hygiene malpractice.
Apa nomba diarrhea. Yala mixta assault pamala.
Sinzati ma James yamanje sio kwala la monga ya kudala. That's why mfunko sambila na hygienic soap. Mabera you. Officer Pompi.
Go please, madam.
Go and hygienics and kurukuta them right now.
Hygienic soap is a powerful antibacterial soap with active silver technology formulated to kill 99.9% of germs.
Hygienic soap. You are safe in our hands.
Wake the children.
Woohoo! We're revving up for a roller coaster ride of fun and feels for everyone on Box Office. There's loads of laughing out loud, bouncing about, and flinging around. Totally awesome.
We're party.
Well, that's disappointing.
You don't want to miss this rip-roaring ride. Go faster! Enjoy these movies and more. Straight from the cinema to the comfort of your home. When you rent on Box Office by DSTV.
Out of every seed, there's a forest. That's why I keep my head to the sky, baby. Mr. Yellow Dove, White Bee. Meow.
I stay fly, I stay high. I keep my head up to the sky, and I won't stop till I make it to the top. I keep my head up to the sky. Whoa, whoa. I keep my head up to the sky. Whoa, whoa. Keep my head up to the sky.
Hey yo, I started off as being a radio addict. Had passion for the game, but my dreams were static. Used to sell ice blocks in a school tuck shop just to raise some money for my first single. And that's the reason why I called it Born to Win. Ask Verb, I survived the recycle bin, but I wore the same clothes that caught me always. I forgot about the Lord and His perfect promise. It's partly because I was a laughing stock. Man, I used to be a punchline of every joke. Was in my 7th grade, but your boy still couldn't read. Some of the teachers even told me I would never succeed, but I refused to believe what people had said. Only considered what God said over my life, and that's the reason why a boy is now so mellow. Can now say keep the change and call me Yellow.
I stay fly, I stay high. I keep my head up to the sky, and I won't stop till I make it to the top. I keep my head up to the sky. Whoa, whoa. I keep my head up to the sky. Whoa, whoa. Keep my head up to the sky.
In 99, I'm Shake introduced me to rap. Just about the same time I said seeing his crap. But little did I know he was about to die. And just before he did, he gave me his mic to rap about things that the devil would dislike. His stage name used to be the Yellow Dove. And so to take it up, I never hesitated, cause his last words were, finish what I started. And so here I am, I represent a dove, but I make a sound of a cut. And that's because I don't want you to tell me I can't do anything that I was destined to do.
I stay fly, I stay high, I keep my head up to the sky, and I won't stop till I make it to the top. I keep my head up to the sky. Whoa, whoa, I keep my head up to the sky. Whoa, whoa, keep my head up to the sky. I stay high, I keep my head up to the sky, and I won't stop till I make it to the top. I keep my head up to the sky. Whoa, whoa, I keep my head up to the sky. Whoa, whoa, keep my head up to the sky.
the gospel to the streets.
Blessed be the name of the Lord God Almighty. You alone, you are the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. We give thanks and praise to your holy name, O God. The name of the Lord God Almighty. For you are the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. The earth and everything in it belongs to you alone, O God. You are the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. You reign with your power and majesty. Father of all, El Shaddai, blessed.
Taking the gospel to the streets.
Chikundi chano baba sicholekelela. You are my loving father, Nichiyendelela. And I can't imagine my life without your love. No, I can't imagine my life without your love. Tikaliofika kweka gwanela kazua. Sinikala chete nifunda ndichamande sinalani. Ninembela kumutima ti odi koko karibuni nodi. Zintu zonse nizano fika ni baba ikonza. Munani chikondi chano baba sichulekelela. You are my loving father, Nichiyendelela. And I can't imagine my life without your love. No, I can't imagine my life without you. Are my loving father, Nichiyendelela. And I can't imagine my life without your love. No, I can't imagine my life without your love.
Divine peace only when you're beside me. This is why I give you praise. How you could renew this slave. No better, sini lekelela. Pali chikondi chano zeru zima pela. You're always on time. Ndiwe mukangatawi. with you by my side. No weaponry can harm me.
Chikunditano baba situlekelela. You are my loving father, nituyendelela. And I can't imagine my life without your love. No, I can't imagine my life without your love. No, I can't imagine. No, I can't imagine. No, I can't imagine without your love. No, I can't imagine. No, I can't imagine. No, I can't imagine without your love.
Get ready to step it up with GoTV. Step up your entertainment with GoTV.
How does this work? You need to listen to me.
Pay your account now and we'll upgrade you to the next GoTV package. Don't wait. Pay now and step up to more for the whole family.
That's exactly what I want.
GoTV. Live it, love it.
Hello there. I know you're very busy. I mean, you always are busy. These days, you find it very difficult to sit down and watch TV. And you find that to be a problem because TV is not just entertainment. It's now a lifestyle. And you wanted me back because you agree with what I said. So then how are you going to watch your favorite TV station, Diamond TV, as you go about your business? TV in your pocket. Diamond TV is making it possible for you to watch it wherever you are. And I mean anywhere in the world. All you have to do is pick up your TV, your iOS device, and download the StarTimes On app and watch Diamond TV anywhere you are. You can download the StarTimes On app on your Android device by going to the Google Play Store and watch us as you please. So then why wait for you to get home for you to watch your favorite local channel? Watch Diamond TV anywhere you are on the StarTimes On app because TV is in your pocket. It's not just entertainment. It's now a lifestyle. And we are television reinvented. After all, we're the home of Z-pop culture. You can get back to your business now and put your TV in your pocket.
Coming soon to Diamond TV, Clergy's Music, a show that lets you get to know the clergy on a different level.
My greatest desire was to be a military personnel.
On this show, the clergy lets you know which music videos are on their top 5 list. You will get to know them up close and personal and get to see a different light as they walk you through their usual hangout spots and what interesting things they do away from the pulpit.
Amazingly, I'm actually a movie guy. I love movies because I love the creative process.
It is simply the other side of the clergy that you didn't know existed. Clergy's Music, only on the home of Z-pop culture.
This one goes out to all our dreamers.
You are killing it.
The fearless, the ambitious, the lovable, the fierce, the hilarious, the fighters, the inspirational, the strong, the believers. Celebrate all our powerful women this International Women's Month with GoTV. We are for every woman. Yes! GoTV. Live it. Love it.
just wanna see me
Good morning, afternoon, evening, Idion Sena Kumazulu. Hey, yo, FJ. Drift. Check.
It's the king of R&B.
Couple is right way in the building. Let's go.
Si mama punoniona nisekelela nikondwelela mama punoniona tabenilila koma na mbambo zanu Yehova uyurupili ni utuke ni utupe
They try to bury me, but I'm a seed, so all I do is grow back. Vandoelela nisauke nikagona vena mitima so dark. Vena ngoba wishing a downfall, but mulungu ndiye pila in a house so usamuziba Yesu kulive ukae sole takoma Yesu. Listen, yeah, Philip Watson napo I've worked for. Ni mapala uka so I can't beg for. Veni live one day kakwata na vene vaseka vazapela kupapata. Pena sunga zibe vazako bazona vakondanga uma batumila ko pazona. Ise tima iziba tima ona vantu vambili pakoma.
Never nikondwelela mafuno niona tabenilila koma na mbavu zanu Yehova uyurupili ni utuluke ni utupe
1, 2, 3 sing with me like Zibila chea patalika Bakamvela me good person vatalika Nikachita vamushe bebe sibapenda Nikachita voipa vachonga na pakalenda Vawishinga ni flope koze kwena enda I'm living a straight life vaona movo benda Vaganiza ni mashamu Ndavajese ningo katandalama ina nipanga mazamu Vitalenti ni tibidi My blessing ni tibidi Wonikonga ni tibidi Hello, my first cousin is a CBD Na vinango etc. No wonder bonizo ndavapaka maheta But yesinkani all I do is stick to the plan Siva mafuna
nikondwelela mafuno niona tabenilila koma na mbavu zanu Yehova uyurupili ni utuluke ni utupe
1, 2, 3 sing with me like
Pita koma yaisi wati kondwelela se Omangani wefe Chioneka chiwamila galuluma mbuzi Koma mbuzi kaluma kalwa chiaini maloza Ni mafuna kona neku Enza koma modoga Yotulanga mapenzi mapenzi Nifuno kala kona ne Muchi nyumba chikulu masho Nivale koma mubutiki Latest fashion Koma ya isiwa funa Nikondwelela Wafuno niona tabenilila Koma na mbavu zanu Yehova uyurupili ni utuluke ni utupe
1, 2, 3 sing with me like
Sitamanda chauta pakufana musimbi ngati wewe Sitamanda
kusungana chauta pakufana musimbingati wewe iwe zuba na maluba yanga uzibaba kukonda na makolo banga iwe zuba na maluba yanga uzibaba kukonda na makolo banga yeah. Pempelo na kusungana chavi masara ni bachabe chavi nikonde nikukonde konde niza kuvalika na wengi kero wa kumutima kwanga mawane noni kweli niza kuvalika na wengi kero wa kumutima kwanga mawane noni kweli.
I've been single for the longest time and it made me question my looks. And please excuse my FYI, cause I made it all like crooks. Hili netwa lapo nina cause va muntu bemi na basweka kutiba kwa fwa. Ino time itombela ngandatwa la picha kwa la boku sefya. Atitwi na mulema wula isha kutumfila hala twaboyo.
If we know muchite kamangu Fagusa kila busa ndi mupingo cause I can't wait ifo siku limenelo Yomweti zaka vina zoka za kukongo Siku ndi siku ningala nditoko za kwa mulungu Pali impaso achito kwa dabo ni pasta chakudia yeah kunichita so
Pempelo na kusungana chavi masara ni bachabe chavi nikonde nikukonde konde niza kuvalika na wengi kero wa kumutima kwanga mawane no issues.
What did I do to deserve you? How did I get you in my life? I know that nobody perfect, but baby you are just my type. Ikonda mwe umani pasa chikondi. Feel like I got the keys to your heart. Oh, baby, I love the way you hold me. Ain't nothing that could tear us apart. See, I'll ride or die for you, my baby. I'm mad in love with you, it's crazy. How could I not believe in God when I'm more than blessed to be your lady? Yeah, baby, I don't want no other, cause nothing could be better than having you as my lover. Yeah, baby, I don't want no other. You're one in a billy, I could never find another.
Pempelo na kusungana chavi masara ni bachabe chavi nikonde nikukonde konde niza kuvalika na wengi kero wa kumutima kwanga mawane noni kweli niza kuvalika na wengi kero wa kumutima kwanga mawane noni kweli.
Waila nemo watela ntakisha lesa pacha mupampela tola yakatola uwele tizinkala tapamoze ndabana noka kunkala noka tumbale nitumejala bwino bawuze apongoze bazibonse ndakomba kulireza kuti uwe andime tuchembera ntomwe Sisa twikale babili Fide fine unkumbata mubili Kuma ikumbateta kwa kabe Iwe na ine libidi Kukala okondwa Weza tikonele nkuku omponda Chida Nikolaiza Sikana alomba kaleza Olova mukabili Kusa mwambo muliwe Iyembeka nepesa A million in one A creation like you I never seen Just say I do and I make you the happiest queen Queen
Itamanda chauta Pakufana musimbingati weo Itamanda chauta pakufana musimbingati weo Iwe zuba na maluba yanga Uzibaba kukonda na makolo banga Iwe zuba na maluba yanga Uzibaba kukonda na makolo banga yeah. Pempelo na kusungana chavi masara ni bachabe chavi nikonde nikukonde konde niza kuvalika na wengi kero wa kumutima kwanga mawane noni kweli niza kuvalika na wengi kero wa kumutima kwanga mawane noni kweli.
Stash in the bed.
Oh, no, Nikumbuka pacha Benezo pepa bonse mwezo yangana kumbuyo Nikumbuka pacha Benezo kona pancha ine kufa na pepo Nikumbuka pacha Benezo pita bonse munalikuniseka imbe onana Benangu yenze positive, bena yenze negative Atika future kako kulibebe kaenda hiyo Siya palelo Mulungu zako na baba na waje Apa somone Iwe somone Nisizo ni anga Nasa kukutika pamanje nisizo ni anga Nini mula isi yangu Baby Ini sizo ni anga Nasa kukutika pamanje nisizo ni anga Nini mula isi yangu
Ona misozi nikauka ona bonse benzo dauta daba kunyumba benzo shauta bonse kudala benzo kanada apa chikanga cheku saluta to my doubting in Thomasy look at me man I never lose focus I left academics like Joe Buttons my relatives wind like 4 cousins but I'm back again I got shows again I got again I don't touch them though cause I'm born again head honcho slick rama yeah we met Van Damme I'm a street fighter last year I went so hard the bank power literally the band power but still mutumba ni funu visawa we get into the back watchtower I remember those
nikumbuka pacha benezo pempa bonse mwenzo yangana kumbuyo nikumbuka pacha benezo kona panja inekufa na pepo nikumbuka pacha benezo pita bonse munalikuniseka imbe onana Benangu yenze positive, bena yenze negative Atika future kako kulibebe kaenda hiyo Siya palelo Mulungu zako na baba na waje Apa somone Iwe somone Nisizo ni anga Neza kukutika pamanje nisizo ni anga On a beautiful day, I'm gonna monisakile iwe baby.
kupeza mukazi yavala na Brazilian hair, Brazilian hair, Brazilian hair. Sinezoziva alibile tunachikodi wenze kutimami wenze wosowa wenze kutimami wenze wosowa. What took you so long, my baby? What took you so long, my baby? Ooh, baby, ninaenda mjalo sini na kufeze ninapita na jalo sina kufeze baby, ninaenda Amerika, ninaenda Australia, ninasaki na jalo sina kufeze baby, ninaenda Nigeria, ninaenda Tanzania, ninasaki na kansi mwenze kwa George. Why George?